Okay, so hello again for the part 3 of the calculator techniques for advanced engineering mathematics. So in this video, we'll be focusing on the different calculator techniques related to questions involving Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform. So let's start. Okay, so just a brief introduction about Laplace transform. So the Laplace transform of a function f of t, which is in time domain, defined for all real numbers, is the function f of s, which is defined by the given formula here. So in the topic of Laplace transform, typically ang ginagawa natin dito is we're trying to convert a function in time domain to its equivalent function in the s domain or in the frequency domain. So the variable s here, itong s dito sa formula, that is just a complex number given by this damping ratio, the sigma, plus the imaginary number, and then your angular frequency. So this is a damping ratio. And then this is your angular frequency. So typically, Laplace transform is being used in different applications in control systems, particularly when we're trying to understand the behavior of an LTI system or a linear time invariant system. So ginagamit din natin yung Laplace transform in modeling different systems involving mechanical and electrical systems. And even in physics, no, yung pag-model nung pendulum movement. So pwede rin natin siyang gamitin ng Laplace transform, and in solving differential equations, no, pwede rin natin gamitin yung Laplace transform doon. So, but in this particular video, magfo-focus tayo kung paano ba natin sinosolve or kinukuha yung Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform of by just using our calculators, particularly for multiple choice questions na pang board exam. Okay, so again, gagamitin natin tong formula na to. Ang concept kasi nun is we are going to use this formula, pero papalitan natin yung limits niya na itong positive infinity na certain value, as well as mag-a-assign tayo ng value for s. Okay? Once na evaluate natin to, compare natin sa choices kung alin yung mag-i-equal doon. Okay, let's start with our first example. What is the Laplace transform of f of t e raised to 5t? So dito, meron tayong, ang unang gagawin natin, no, mag-assign tayo ng value for s. Okay? So assign value for s, which is i-base natin yung value niya dun sa value na hindi mag-i-mat error yung calcu pag pinaltan mo yung mga nasa choices. So sa madaling salita, mag-a-assign tayo ng value na mas mataas dun sa coefficient ng t dito sa term na to. Okay? So meaning, pwede tayo mag-assign dito ng 7. Ay, so yun na yung gamitin natin. Mas mataas ang dalawa. Ay, o pwede rin naman isa. So once na nag-assign tayo ng value, pwede natin kunin yung f of s using the formula kanina dun sa previous slide. Pero yung limits mo will be 0 to 15. Okay? So yung 15, yun yung magsaserve as positive infinity na gagamitin ni Calcu kasi hindi ka pwede mag-input ng sobrang taas na value dun sa Calcu mo pag nag-integrate kasi matagal yung maging process. So yung 15 is enough na yan to represent the positive infinity. No? Kasi estimate lang din naman yung gagawin natin dito. Okay, so then we have f of t. So that is your given function e raised to 5t multiply by the kernel function e negative st, in which yung s is positive 7. So magiging itong e negative 7t dt. Okay? Pag ginamit natin yung calculus to evaluate this, so mas maganda kung yung calculator natin is naka-line format. Kasi mas mabilis niya nasosolve to since yung limits mo mataas. Pag ginamit mo yung math format niya, yung normal format, mas matagal yung processing na calcu since mataas na yung limits mo dun sa integral sign. So, mas advisable gamitin yung line format and make sure din na naka-radian yung calcu natin. So, pag po convert ka sa line format, so shift mode, so ito number 2. Okay, then integral of e raised to 5t. So, dito yung t magiging ilang x? Oops, 5x. Multiply by e raised to negative 7t. Okay? And then, yung limits natin dito, so ganito yung paglalagay ng limit. So, comma, so lower limit muna. Oops, na-double line. And then comma ulit, your upper limit, then comma again for the tolerance value. So, yung purpose ni tolerance is, pag nag-assign tayo dyan ng value, for example, 0.1, um, basically tolerance, no? So, ang mas mababang value, pag nag-assign ka ng mas mababang value sa tolerance, mas matagal yung naging process, pero mas precise yung sagot. Pag mas mataas yung in-assign yung value dun sa tolerance, mas mabilis yung sinosolve, pero mas less precise yung naging sagot natin. So, in this case, mas advisable gamitin yung 0.1. Okay, so press equal, may makukuha tayo dyan sagot. Let's store this sa A. So after that, evaluate natin yung choices kung by replacing the variable s nung value na inassign natin sa kanya kanina, which is 7. So evaluate natin yung A, 2 over s minus 5. Press calc. So ang s natin is 7. So we'll get 1. So hindi siya equal dun sa kanina, which is 0.5. So proceed tayo sa letter B. Okay, so dapat 0.5 eh. Okay, so we'll get 1 half or 0.5. So exactly equal dun sa nakuha natin kanina sa f of s. So meaning that is your answer for number 15 or example number 1 dito sa topic ng Laplace transform. Okay? So again, ang nakuha kasi natin dito is 0.5. And nung in-evaluate natin si B, 1 over 7 minus 5, that is also 1 half or 0.5. Meaning that is your answer since equal to dito sa nakuha natin. Okay? Another example. So dito involved na yung trigonometric function. So kaya dapat yung calculators natin is naka-radian. Okay, so same process, no? Let's first get the Laplace transform of the given f of t. So ang unang na gagawin mo is mag-assign tayo ng value for s. So in this case, meron ka dito exponent 3. So pwede natin sabihin 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yung pwede mong ilagay na value. The problem, pag nag-assign ka lang dyan ng 5, yung a and b natin magtutulad. Kasi 5 minus 3 will be 2. Pag ginawa ko tong 5. And yung nasa baba, 2 rin yung nasa numerator niya. No? So same with C and D. And at the same time, itong C, magiging siyang over 0 pag nag-assign ka ng 5 sa S. So in this case, pwede tayong mag-assign ng D5, pwede tayong mag-assign ng 6, or mas mataas pa for the variable S dito sa example number 16. Okay? So assign tayo dito ng S is 6. Okay. So S is 6, pwede natin gamitin yung general formula. So again, same limits. So given function e raised to 3t sine hyperbolic 2t multiplied by e negative 6t dt. Okay? So yung sagot dito, store lang ulit natin sa A. So store to A. Okay. So line format para mas mabilis. So you have e raised to 3t or 3x multiplied by sine hyperbolic, so that is your option 1 here, 2t. And then multiply by e raised to negative 6x. Okay, and then comma, for their limits, so we have 0 for lower limit, upper limit is 15, and then same tolerance lang, 0.1. Okay? Press equal, we'll get 0.399. Let's store this A. And then evaluate natin yung choices. So let's start with letter A, S minus 3 over S minus 3 squared plus 4. Oops, lagyan ko parenthesis. plus 4. Okay, press calc if S is 6. Okay, so we'll get, divide natin to dun sa nakastore sa A, dapat mag-1 kung siya yung sagot. Okay, hindi. Since hindi siya nag-1, proceed tayo sa letter B. So yung letter B, bago lang yung numerator natin, magigitong 2. Pero same denominator. Press calc. Okay, divide natin dun sa A. Okay, hindi pa rin. So proceed tayo kay letter C. So yung denominator is x minus 3 and then magiging minus. Okay, press calc. Divide natin dun sa A. Okay, hindi pa rin. So last one will be yung D. Divide natin sa A. Okay, so we get almost exactly 1. So meaning your answer here for this example is letter D. Since siya lang yung nag-equal sa 1 once na dinivide natin yung sagot doon sa nakuha natin kaninang value for f of s na nakastore sa A. Okay? Okay, another example. So this is a different one kasi inverse Laplace na yung pinapahanap sa atin. Pag ganito na yung tanong, same concept, no? Same concept, basically. Same process. Kailangan mo muna mag-assign ng value for S and then gamitin yung formula kanina. Pero, baliktad na. So yung formula ng Laplace transform, gagamitin mo na dun sa mga choices, hindi na sa given. Kasi ang given na sa atin dito is in terms of S. So once na nakapili ka na ng value for S, for example, in this example, pwede tayo mag-assign dito ng S11. Kasi yung value mo dito ng is 9. Okay? So once na nakapag-assign ka ng value for S, pwede mo nang directly evaluate yung given. So pwede natin tong gawing 11 over 11 squared plus 81. So may makukuha ka dito ng sagot na. So once na kinuha natin yun, so we'll have alpha S x over plus 81. Okay, press calc if S is 11. So we'll get 11 over 202. So let's store this sa A. Okay, so naka-store na to sa A. And then, ang gagamitin natin ng formula ng general formula ng Laplace transform will be the choices. In this case, the f of s from 0 to 15, f of t, ito na yung mga choices natin. Okay, isa-isahin natin yan. Multiply by the kernel function, negative 11t dt. Okay, so 11 yung naging coefficient ng t mo sa exponential term kasi yun yung ginamit nating s dun sa given function na f of s. So, using our calculator, so integral of the given function, we have here sine. So, make sure naka-radian yung calcu. Oops. Sine 9x multiplied by e raised to negative 11x. Okay, and then limits, we have 0 to 15. And then 0.1 as your tolerance. Press equal. And then we'll get this answer. Divide natin sa A. Dapat mag-equal yan sa 1 kung siya yung tamang sagot. So, since hindi, proceed ka sa letter B. Yung letter B is cosine lang. So, magiging lang tong cosine. Yan. Press equal. Since same limits. Okay, divide natin sa A. Dapat mag-1 to kung siya yung tamang sagot. Okay, exactly 1. So, meaning kahit hindi mo na i-try C and D. Excuse. So, your answer here will be letter B, cosine 90. Okay? So that will be all for different calculator techniques for Laplace transform. If may request kayong problem na gustong sagutan, so comment lang, or topics na gustong gawa ng calculator techniques, so comment lang. Thank you. Bye.